Good morning, students. Last lecture, we have discussed the difference between deep ecology and shallow ecology. Today, we'll begin from the same concept, that is the deep ecology and shallow ecology. Now, deep ecology and shallow ecology, both the term was coined by Ernst Nass. He said that deep ecology means where we are thinking about our ecosystem deeply, that means where we do not have got any selfish motives. And when we do not think about our own interest, own motives, we are only thinking about that how can we enrich our ecosystem, how can we think about the public interest, and how can we, like protect our nature without having any selfish motives towards our nature. That means we are not protecting our nature only because that it has got an immense effect on us. Shallow ecology, that means just the opposite of deep ecology, where we are only thinking about our motives, that how we are getting benefited from the environment. If this is the motives of all individuals, then it is very sorry to say that we could not sustain our ecosystem for a long time. So that is why it is said by environmentologists that we have to, consider or reconsider our thought process from a shallow ecology to the deep ecology. Today we'll start with the next topic, that is the stewardship of land. Stewardship of lands means what? That means we all have to collectively think about our responsibility towards the protection of the land. Okay, land means that is a natural resource. And if we protect our land, if we feel our responsibility, if we are taking proper care of the land, that means we are enriching our biodiversity. And if we are enriching our biodiversity, that means we are saving it for our livelihood, not only for our present generation, rather for our future generation also. That means for sustainable development. That is why stewardship embodies the three concepts. That means first is we have to understand our responsibility. We have to take care of our land, and we have to, take those strategies, managerial strategies, which will benefit our future generation. So that means stewardship employed 3 points. That is, first is the monitoring and forcing the conservation easement. That means a land which is having a conservational value, that should be used by for the public interest, not for the private as a private property. Like if someone wants to, someone wants to have a land, and that land is used for construction of roads or for laying down the railways, lines. That means that is, conservation and easement. That means that is benefit the human or the mankind. Managing land to encourage and sustain it. So, or if we having a, if those lands have a conservational value, we have to conserve it. That means for enriching the biological or the biodiversity. That means if we enrich the biological or the biodiversity, we are increasing the ecological health. Managing land to maintain the diversity of the earth's flora and the fauna. And we have to engage the community. I said it is not for only for oneself, it is for community. More actively in protecting the natural resource on which its livelihood depends. Not, this is the aim of a stewardship of land. That is, the aim is that the objective of this, that we have to protect our livelihood, not for us, rather for the future generation. So there are 3 levels of stewardship practices. One is the conservation easement. See here it is given: monitoring, enforcement of conservation easement, the legal instrument widely used to voluntarily limit development on private properties that causes significant conservation values. That means we have to leave. If I am having a one property, if it is having a conservation values, we cannot use it for our personal uses. That rather we have to use it for the development for the community development for the nation. Active land management means what? The land, actual land is used to enrich our biological health. So it has got 3 parts. Managing to meet the long-term ecological health objectives. Community stewardship means what? When we think about a community as a whole, we have to, plan out those goals, those programs, and so that we can protect that landscape as a set of resource in a manner, both natural resources and the human economy of the area. Human economy means what? If we save that particular land as in a conservation, as in a form of a conservation value, that means we are saving its natural resource, as well as we are looking for the human livelihood. Next is the social ecology. Social ecology is defined. Now, social ecology, you know what is ecology? Ecology means it's the science which deals with the or with the study of the interrelationship between the biotic and the abiotic component of the environment. So where the social means what? The definitely the human being is a part, because we are like the important part of our society. So that is why when we learn about the relationship, that how human being, population and communities and their environments are related, that's what we call it as a social ecology. Okay. The social ecology means doesn't mean that the human being will dominate the nature. Rather, we have to understand that actually the nature is not dominated by us, we are dominated by our nature. Okay. So that is why the previous ideology was that the natural world arises from the social relationship. The domination of nature by man stems from the very real domination by human by human. Like in our hierarchy, like in our society, we all follow that certain kind of hierarchy. We all follow a certain kind of authorship, where the one human being is actually dominating other human being, and therefore these all social issues cropped up. So the social ecology means what? We have to forget about this hierarchy and structure. We have to forget about this economic classes. We have to propose that kind of society, that egalitarian society. That means where we have to think that we all are equal. There is no social, like class division, no status division. We have to think about each other, care for each other, and as we have to believe that we are a community, then only we can think about social ecology. So social ecology envision a moral economy that moves beyond scarcity and hierarchy towards a world that reharmonizes human communities with the natural world. We are not in a harmony with our natural world because we believe in domination. So that class, status, hierarchy, we all have to forget. So core principle of social ecology is that ecological problems arise from deep-seated social problems. Ecological problems cannot be understood, much less resolved, without facing the social ecology. Anthropocentrism places human at the top of a species hierarchy with the premise that the world was made for the man. And biocentricity means what? We all claim that all beings have got equal intrinsic value. That means we have to understand human being is not only the having those individuals which have got all the capacity to dominate our environment. Rather, every particle in our nature has got equal amount or equal responsibility and having an equal value for the nature. So intrinsic means here that inherent value. Every object in the nature has got certain amount of value, certain amount of functional value, without which the ecosystem would have been collapsed. So social ecology integrates first the biotic nature with the second human nature. Human society and non-human nature are connected in one emotional. So this we have to understand about the social ecology. Social ecology emphasizes the destiny of human life goes in hand to hand with the destiny of the non-human world. Social ecologists believe that the things are racism, sexism, and third world exploitation are the product of same mechanism which compel us to exploit our natural resources. Ecology shows that nature can provide us the ethical guiding principle. As a flourishing ecosystem, maximizing the diversity and interaction and minimize the hierarchy and domination. The good of the whole is achieved through rich individuality and complex interrelationship of the parts. So, their methods, that means what? A social ecology means where we have to think about your biological diversity. We have to think that there is an equal value of a human being as a non-human world also. We should have got the mutual respect for each other. We have to build up that interrelationship between all aspects of life. Then only we can build up social ecology and a richer world. So to next class, we will discuss with socialist ecology with the ideas of Marx and ecofeminism. Thank you.